A very good evening to everyone who's watching and everyone who's tuned in. I hope everyone's doing well. And the topic that we're going to discuss today is what do you do in case the FIR isn't getting registered? What do you do if you go to the police station? The police officials are not interested in filing your FIR, which is very normal these days. And what do you do in that circumstance? My name is Vishal Sharma, and I'm a law graduate, and I'm on my way to practically applying what I've studied in these 5 years soon. So, what do you do in that circumstance is something that we're going to answer in the next 5 minutes or so. And before we do that, I would just request you guys to just share the video, like, and subscribe to the video as well. So, now coming back to what we're discussing, what do you do in such a circumstance, right? This is coming from me because I'm a law student. I've learned some things from my internships, from my law books, and I'm telling it to you because a small part of inside me says that I need to tell people who are not very fluent with law, who know about law, about what can be done and what remedies do they have. So here I am, and this is something that is coming from me after I went through the same. So when I tell you this, I'm telling you this because I was in my second year of law when my phone got stolen. And when that happened, I was traumatized because that was my first phone, 30,000 phone. What do? I went to the police station. They tell me that आप application लिख लो एक, FIR हम register नहीं कर पाएंगे, ये reason है, वो reason है. They will tell you plenty of reasons that they don't want to register the FIR. What could be the possible reason? A lot many. You could tell, you could be told कि हम नहीं कर सकते register FIR क्योंकि ये हो गया है, and then हमें legitimate नहीं लग रहा, पहले हमें देखना पड़ेगा. So what happened back then was my phone got stolen. I wrote an application in Hindi saying sir ये हुआ है मेरे पास, addressing it to the SHO, and nothing really happened. कुछ नहीं हुआ. उसके बाद they told me to come back after 1 week. Nothing happened. My phone didn't get found, and later they told me that the police official who made me write my FIR, sorry not the FIR because मैंने तो application लिखी थी उनके बोलने पर, तो उन्होंने मेरे को जिन्होंने मेरे को से application लिखवाई थी उनका ट्रांसफर हो गया. So they tell me that your registered application has also got transferred. Well, that is not the case. If you go on to have a police complaint filed in a case in a thana, that does not get transferred with the police official. First of all, it will be in the same thana because वो वही jurisdiction में हुआ है, वहीं के है, तो वैसा ही होगा. Coming back to what remedies do you have? So that day I understood one thing, and that is police officials are actually not interested in writing down the FIR. Why do you say so? Because of a lot of reasons. जितने FIR आपके पुलिस थाने में आते हैं उससे 2-3 चीज़ आपको पता चलती है कि उस इलाके में उस थाने में केसेस ज़्यादा हो रहे हैं, तो मतलब क्राइम रेट ज़्यादा है. ऊपर से दबाव पड़ता है उन पे कि आप क्राइम रेट्स कम करिए, इसलिए. सो वो सब हम छोड़ भी दे. तो कमिंग बैक टू द रेमेडीज, व्हाट रेमेडीज डू यू हैव फ्रॉम द कोर्ट ऑफ लॉ, व्हाट रेमेडीज कैन बी टेकन अप बाय यू. सो व्हेन आई से दैट, this is similar thing to saying court of law कैसे आपकी हेल्प कर सकता है, right? तो if it's a cognizable offense, the police must note down the FIR. What is a cognizable offense? A cognizable offense is one that has to be investigated by the police. उन्हें initiate करना ही पड़ेगा FIR लिखने के बाद investigation. तो क्या होता है कि अगर वो इन्वेस्टिगेशन नहीं कर रहे, इनफैक्ट वो FIR ही नहीं लिख रहे, सबसे पहला रेमेडी जो आपके पास है इज कॉन्टैक्ट योर एडवोकेट, who can then go on to file an application under 156 subclause 3 of CRPC, and you could write an application to the magistrate saying that an FIR hasn't been registered by this SHO in this thana, and you could also narrate what has happened with you, why is the reason that you were actually filing the FIR, and on your complaint the magistrate will determine if she has to direct the SHO to file the FIR. Second of all, under 156 subclause 3 again, if the FIR was registered but the police isn't really acting upon it, the magistrate can tell the SHO and the police officials to please act upon it. So when I say that, I mean that the action report will be then taken up by the magistrate. They will be the one who will be monitoring it. That is side by side, ऊपर से power house बन के they will be looking at how is it happening, and they'll direct the police to further investigate. Action report जो भी reports आ रही है वो उन्हें दे. So that is how they're going to look at it. Now the second thing, you could also approach the High Court. That is when the magistrate is not satisfied with your application under 156 subclause 3. They could say that they're not satisfied with it. What do? You could go to the High Court. How do you go to the High Court? You could go under 226. And apart from that, what do you do if even the High Court isn't really interested? So one thing that I've understood is that if you go to the magistrate, there is another possible thing that can happen, and that is the magistrate can under section 200 CRPC take up the matter by themselves. They would leave out the police. They would say that they will determine what has happened, and they would take up the case, right? So that is something that they'll start fresh. They'll not direct it to the police to start an investigation, but they'll take it up fresh as a case. So that can be done. And when I say that you should be foolproof done with what has happened outside the court of law, I mean you should make sure that you are covered in all aspects. When the police official didn't file your FIR, what do? You make sure that you write it to their senior police officers such as DSP, such as Superintendent of Police. Communicate with them, tell them how the Thana person, the police official did not file your FIR. That is something that has happened, and make sure you have the copy of the communication with them, because that may be needed in the court of law. So that may be asked by the magistrate themselves. So you should have it. And the acknowledgement of the FIR is mostly something that is not received by parties. So you should take it into account that you should receive the acknowledgement. And when I say that, that is something that you could use later on when even you're filing a case in the court of law. So coming back to what I was saying, you have to file an application to the DSP, to the Superintendent of Police, saying what were the actions that should have been taken. FIR क्यों फाइल नहीं हुई है, क्या हुआ था जिस थाने में आप गए थे कि उन्होंने फाइल नहीं किया. A communication should be there, and you should have that when you go into the court of law as well, saying that I went to these officials as well, but they didn't take any action. So then you go to the magistrate saying I took initiative from my part. The best I could do is I went to the senior officials, even they didn't take any initiative. ऐसा हो सकता है कि बात वहीं पे हो जाए, टल जाए कि सीनियर ऑफिशियल्स डायरेक्टेड उनके सबऑर्डिनेट को कि आप एक्ट करिए इस पे और FIR लिखिए, या फिर वो खुद ही इन्वेस्टिगेट चालू करवा सकते हैं. तो ऐसा हो सकता है कि वहीं पे खत्म हो भी जाए. तो ये काफ़ी चांसेस हैं. एंड द रीजन आई एम सेइंग फुल प्रूफ आपको अपने तरीके पे अपने तरफ से फुल due diligence करना है is because when you go to the court of law, they're going to ask you questions related to what did you do on your part. Do you have the communication with the DSP? Do you have the communication that you did to the senior official? Did you make sure that you have the acknowledgement? Because a screenshot is not something that I'm telling you is an acknowledgement, but you need to have an acknowledgement of an FIR that is filed by the police official. So make sure that you have that. And this is something that is a normal remedy. I'm not saying that it's going to be very beneficial for you, but you need to remember this. So when you go to the advocate, these are something that you should know, and hence I'm covering this up. So this is just a small part of me which says that I need to, as a 5-year law graduate, give it back to the society of what I've learned in small, and just approach your advocate for more advice on this. They will make sure that you understand this more and far better. This is just something that you could know, and as a legal general knowledge, and that will help you in miles. So thank you so much for watching the video, and before you go on to leave the channel and the video, just make sure that you hit the like button and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Just tell me one more thing, and I'll be really grateful for that. If there's any particular topic that you want to address, you want me to address, so that I can go ahead with it and I can research about the same and get back to you. Because what happens is there are a lot of people who are going through something and they're not really free to go to the could do an advocate. Not everyone can go to an advocate right now, and hence if you really want to get educated upon something or you want to know about something, do let me know and I'll be happy to make a video out of it. So just let me know about the same.